Oh well, I'll show that. So I'm gonna go back to last. I do that here. I can do all sorts of stuff here. So look through God. It's pretty cool. You can look at the characters, execute, right. That. If you execute them, you can do them alone, or you could also just execute like what I did then. I did that. Let's start over then. That. Now it shows everything that happened there. Okay, the interesting one here is resurrection. I did it. There. So you can execute Beatrice. She likes black tea and ice cream. Yay. Execute. Beatrice, what a useless dream to try and kill me despite being a mere human. Fire your bullets and they will merely reflect back towards you. The light, like light off a mirror. However, there does exist just one way to kill me. You hold that method in the palm of your hand, though I doubt one as mediocre as you could ever pull it off. That's something. April. As Kinzo shook and cried, a butterfly appeared out of nowhere behind his small back like a flake of gold leaf and softly descended. Oh, Kinzo, you think any woman out there would fall for a man's tears? Well, even if it wouldn't make a human woman fall for you, it might do the trick for a woman who is not human. Kinzo, do you remember that game of chess you played with me? Still ongoing? Kinzo, as though he had suddenly remembered something, approached the chess set. It was as it had been during the game he played with Nanjo until yesterday. After knocking all the pieces off the chessboard, he began to line them up again, one by one. It was a setup for an ongoing game.
そうだ、こうだ。私はクイーンを勧めた。とても良い妙手だった。お前には少々きつすぎるかもしれん一手だった。お前は駒を見捨てるか見捨てないかに悩み、ずっと悩み。
Kinzo waited with the opposite seated. Surely, very soon, his opponent would appear there, and he would be able to restart this game again. Oh, Kinzo, you want to apologize? You want to see my face again? You want to make my smile an eternal thing? Why can't you say a much, much simpler word? Even though that is the sole element of this world. At that time, Kinzo muttered. Was it a prayer? An entreaty? It was probably best to just call it muttering.
お前を愛しているベアトリーチェ。
They were pure words, like something an innocent child would say, without any evil intent. You really are a fool, Kinzo. If you ever have the chance to do your life over again, know that those words will never cause a woman to fall for you. That's right, not unless a miracle happens. That's what makes this. At that moment, Kinzo definitely heard a small knock, one with a tempo that differed from those of the servant.
誰だ？
The woman beyond the door didn't answer.
誰かと聞いておる。返事をせるか。
The woman beyond the door didn't answer.
まさか。おお、まさか。ベアトリーチェなのか。ベアトリーチェ、ベアトリーチェ。
The woman beyond the door answered. On the ninth twilight, the witch shall revive, shall be left alive. Ador's figure was in the dining hall. He didn't feel like going back to the guest house in the middle of all his dreams, and wandered half-heartedly around the mansion in search for any place where he could sit before setting up camp in the dining hall. He didn't even lock the door. He thought the shapeless murderer, or maybe the Golden Witch, might come to kill him now that he was isolated, but he no longer had any desire to resist. He didn't even feel like using a locked door to hold off the culprit. He wanted that person to come at him openly, in front. If it was the killer, he wanted to ask them about some of those wonderful closed room tricks as a parting gift. If it was the witch, he hoped she'd at least take his life with some spectacular magic. However, ironically, neither of those two came to meet him. Adoro opened the liquor cabinet on his own, and weighed the liquor to his heart's content. No longer was there anyone to scold him for drinking alcohol. He boldly rested his legs on the extravagant tablecloth and savored the high-quality liquor, which probably had a mind-boggling price, drinking it down straight from the bottle. Then, someone knocked. Adoro realized that someone had finally come to greet him.
おー、鍵なんかかかってねえぜ。誰でも入ってきてくれ。そして自己紹介を頼むぜ。人間なら名前を名乗ってくれ。ベアトリーチェだってんなら3サイズを教えてくれ。俺はこう見えてもちょいと知られたおっぱいソムリエなんだぜ。
源氏でございます。バトラ様。
源氏さんか。悪いが、あんたのバストのサイズに興味はねえな。入ってくれよ。空いてるぜ。
失礼いたします。
Genji-san opened the door and bowed. So, is Genji-san the criminal after all, or maybe an accomplice? That theory would probably explain most of the tricks.
あんたが俺に引導を渡しに来たのかい？
そのようなことはございません。お邪魔なようでしたら失礼いたします。
おいおい、要件も伝えず失礼しますじゃかえって気持ち悪いぜ。何の用だよ。
Oh yeah, drinking. Oh,
最後くらい好きにさせてくれ。
バトラ様は死せる最後のわずかな時間をそのように怠惰に過ごされることをお望みですか？
those words pierced me. That wasn't true.
今さら何ができるってんだ。俺はいつだって死ぬ準備はできてるぜ。
親方様と同じですな。本当にあなたは親方様の血を色濃く受け継がれている。
あの豪傑なじいさまが実はいつ死んでもいいと思ってたってのか。それは初耳だぜ。
親方様の人生はいくつかの悲しい出来事の末、すべて贖罪のためのものとなり果てたのです。
あんたは何を知っているんだ？
ベアトリーチェ様の儀式も第8の晩までをすべて終えました。もうすべてをお話ししてもよいかと思います。
なんだって？
My drunkenness was completely blown away. I lowered my feet from the table and listened carefully to hear what Genji would say next.
バトラー様、親方様の書斎へご案内申し上げます。親方様たちに直接お話を聞かれるのがよろしいでしょう。
じい様たち。おい、それは一体どういう。
さあ、こちらへご案内申し上げます。バトラー様。
After Genji-san told me to follow him, I started to walk down the corridor. I threw my drunkenness off completely and went after him. I climbed a big staircase towards the third floor. Genji-san stopped walking halfway. He then turned back and spoke.
バトラー様、理解できぬものを見るでしょう。
脅すなよ。理解できねえもんなら今日嫌になるほど見てるぞ。
見えるものを見えるがままに、聞こえるものを聞こえるがままに受け入れてください。なぜも何も何も必要はありません。バトラ様はただ真実を知ることになるでしょう。それをお認めになるかお信じになるか、あるいは否定されるかも、すべてバトラ様にお任せいたします。
Genji-san checked one last time to see whether I was prepared to know the truth. The 8th twilight had already ended, and on the 9th twilight, the witch would revive, and nobody would revive the mother. It meant that Beatrice had already been revived, and it probably also meant that none of us would be allowed to return alive if I was going to lose. Well, if anyway, I wanted to know the truth then. It didn't matter how hard it might be to accept.
ああ、鬼が出ようと魔女が出ようと覚悟はできてるぜ。
本当にあなたは親方様の若き頃にそっくりだ。バトラ様、どうかご勉学にお励みを。あなたは将来必ずや大きな志を持たれるでしょう。そしてその時、足りぬ学力に一生後悔されることがありませんよ。
勉学に勤しめる機会がもらえるならぜひな。
Genji-san's silence felt like it was further confirming a certain resigned feeling I had. And then, the door to grandfather's study, surrounded by a sweet smell, came into sight. Genji-san took a gold key with an elegant design out from his pocket. Master keys that had been confiscated by Aunt Rosa, but he kept the key to the study alone as personal. He put it in the keyhole, and it made a heavy clanking sound.
親方様、源氏です。バトラ様をお連れいたしました。
There was no reply, but it seemed that permission to go inside.
さあ、バトラ様、どうぞ。
ああ、入るぜ。
I readied myself, threw the door open. At that moment, I got slightly disoriented by the dazzling golden glow. It was unbelievably a swarm of butterflies that shone gold. The gold butterflies that completely filled the inside of the study poured out all at once.
なんだこりゃ。
It was almost like golden leaf confetti. The interior of Grandfather's study was filled with a golden glow. And on a sofa like a reception chair in front of the study desk, I could see Grandfather's back. There was someone on the side opposite from Grandfather. It was in shadow, so I couldn't see it well.
親方様、バトラ様をお連れしました。
バトラか。今思考が忙しい。しばし沈黙せよ。
Kinzo declared that unhappily his back still turned. It seemed he was enjoying a chess game with a visitor. Apparently, the opponent had counterattacked with a superb move. Kinzo seemed to be enjoying himself as he thought deeply, while occasionally laughing and groaning.
30年考えた。この一手をどう切り返すか。 30年考えたぞ。楽しめ。30年を寝かせた我が一手を楽しめ。
まことにこの一手は味わい深き熟成された一手よ。楽しい楽しい。かなわぬかなわぬ。
これは何だってんだ。
来たかバトラ。しばらく待て。金蔵のために沈黙を。まだリザインは早いぞ金蔵。わらわならもう数手は切り返せる。
Should have been my first meeting with that witch. However, I knew this witch. Even though it was our first meeting, I knew her from portrait.
源氏、バトラのために飲み物を振る舞え。この男によりふさわしきやつは何か。
若き日より親方様が愛されている。いつもの。
それが良いぞ。振る舞ってやれ。よくぞ来たな。後ろ宮バトラ。まずは座れ。そなたはわらわの名を何度も呼んだな。それに免じ、わらわとの面会を許した。そしてお前は、わらわに何を聞く？何を尋ねるのか。黄金鏡の扉はもうじき開かれる。魔女たちを迎え入れてのわらわの復活を祝う宴はもうじきだぞ。それまでの間、お前の問いにいくらでも答えてやろう。
聞きてえことは山ほどある。この島で何が起こった？そしてどうしてこんな事件が起こった？密室についても聞きたい。礼拝堂は？ジェシカの部屋は？シオニッサ、夏代おばさんの部屋は？そして客間は？聞きたいことはまだまだある。魔女の正体は？本当にベアトリーチは魔女なのか？何が目的だ？俺たちに何をさせたい？俺をなぜここへ呼んだんだ？答えろ、全てだ。
やかましい。問えば答えは変えるのか？
そういうな金蔵。もろく儚い蜘蛛の巣もヘロデの王から守ってくれることもある。この世に無駄なものなどないように無駄な質問もまたない。よいよい、すべての質問に答えようぞ。ただし条件が一つだけある。
なんだ？
すべてを聞き、わらわの存在に納得できたならひざまずき、わらわの靴にキスをせよ。お前を屈服させたくてわらわはここへ呼びつけたのだから。わらわと金蔵は賭けをした。金蔵が次の手をひらめくのと、わらわがそなたを屈服させるのと、どちらが早いかだ。負ける気はせぬぞ。
でけえ口を叩きやがって。ああ、いいぜ。俺を納得させてみろよ。お前が間違いなく魔女様で、不思議で素敵な大魔法を使えるってことを納得させてみろよ。屈服したならキスでも何でもくれてやる。
Witch cackled gloatingly. Then she glared at him unpleasantly with eyes that said a man can't go back on his word.
よくぞ言った。さーて、どの問いから答えようか。すべて答えるぞ。さあ、まずは何からだ。
Answer? Ah. Witch started to tell everything. She began answering all Batterer's questions. Everything made sense. He was convinced by all of it, and then Batterer had no choice but to admit it. The witch certainly did exist. fall is a story that needs no retelling. When the king falls and you are defeated, it's time to start reflecting on your finished game. Then all you can do is set up the pieces one more time. E. And I really went somewhere. We're pretty close together this time. Does he still not acknowledge existence? Which shall praise the wise bestow 4 treasures in the golden land? There they chose to revive the dead, souls, and all of it. Caesar chose the person he had loved and lost. Maria chose the lost of her mother, and she chose a peaceful sleep. Sleep peacefully, Beatrice, let nothing disturb your slumber ever again. The winner is the golden witch Beatrice, because time ran out before any of the 18 could solve the riddle of the gold. All 18 died, and the seagulls cried, none lived alive. Got it. Pretty interesting.
Where are you? Beatrice! 姿を見せなさい! Beatrice!
Rosa finally arrived at the chapel, pointed her gun around her, screaming the witch's name. There was no way she would receive an answer. After grimacing slightly, she noisily approached the table where their siblings' corpses still lay exposed, and stretched out her arm towards the golden gift. It was very heavy, but Rosa did. She wrapped that one up in a blanket and threw it over her shoulder.
せめてこの一つだけでもこれだけでも1000万以上の価値があるはず
Without letting go of her gun, Rosa picked up the gold as well. Her shoulders were screaming, but Rosa didn't mind.
もうすぐだね。もうすぐ黄金鏡の扉が開く。
その気持ち悪い声で笑うのをやめなさい。ベアトリーチェはどこにいるの？ええ、分かってるわ。どこかにいるんでしょ？あなたは知ってるんでしょ？どこ？
知らない。探さなくても黄金鏡で会えるよ。
その笑いをやめなさい。私が笑いたいくらいよ。そうね、あれは間違いなく魔女だったわ。間違いなく魔女だった。私は分かってなかった。魔女を名乗る人間だと信じてた。違う、あれは本当に魔女だった。私はあんなのにごまかされないわよ。いるんでしょ？出てきなさい。姿を現しなさい。ベアトリーチェ。
だからもうすぐ現れるよ。黄金鏡の扉が開かれるよ。
Okay.
それでよかったのだ。構わぬ。ルークを捨てるぞ。持てるもの全てを失う覚悟がなければ至ることもできぬキングがお前という女なのだ。追い詰めるぞベアトリーチェ。
せめてクイーンと言えい。ほう、なかなかに妙手。諦めの悪さがそなたの。いや、後ろ宮の地か。
心地よし。実に優雅な夜だ。うわ
親方様、ベアトリーチェ様、そろそろ宴の時間でございます。
もうか。早い。お前と過ごす夜はいつも早く、月がリンゴのように落ち、川面より跳ねる小魚のように日が昇るのだ。
行こうではないか。時間だ。立て、バトラ。わらわの復活を祝う宴の始まりだ。わらわの新しい家具。いや、玩具として紹介しようぞ。俺キレキの魔女たち。
The witch was relaxing elegantly, her feet thrown out from the sofa and resting on top of a footrest. However, the footrest wasn't a part of the sofa. The human down on all fours.
ベアトリーチェ様、お召し替えのドレスでございます。
主賓はお前だが、ホストは私だ。私は先に出ていよう。着付けの手伝いにシャノンでもおればよかったが、あいにく残れなかったようだな。使いたい時にいつもおらん。つくづく使えんやつよ。しかしお前はよく残ってくれた。嬉しいぞ我が友よ。
ありがたいお言葉です。
よい、二人とも先に下で待て。源氏、ご苦労。そのドレスはそこへ置いていけ。
かしこまりました。それでは親方様。
我らは先に行こう。ベアトリーチェ、後ほどな。
うん。
Kenzo and Genji left the study. After that, the witch and the dress and the furniture remained.
なぜわらわがそなたに肌を見せることを恥じぬかわかるか。そなたは家具だからだ。家具、わかるか。家具だよ、家具。家具に体をさらして恥じる者がどこにいよう。だからお前にわらわは恥じる必要がない。
Witch rose and her jacket slipped off just from her shoulders. After that, the jacket fell to the ground with a thump. When the furniture respectfully approached to pick up those clothes, the witch gave it a small kick and it fell over. The furniture was afraid of what misconduct it might have shown.
そなたは家具の分際でわらわに自らボタンを外させるつもりなのか。立て、そしてこのボタンを外せ。一つずつ丁寧に、早く、美しく、粗相なく。客人たちを待たせてしまうぞ。早くわらわを着替えさせろ。
はい。
丁寧に外すのだぞ。そなたの目玉一つよりも高価なボタンであるぞ。間違ってちぎるようなことがあったなら、代わりにそなたの目玉を縫い付けてやる。
The entrance hall was bustling with a crowd of shadowy people. It sparkled gold with the gold butterflies flying about. The gentlemen in suits and tuxedos and the ladies in dresses looked like they were having a great number of friendly chats. At a glance, it might have looked like a fabulous medieval ball. But they all had one thing in common. That thing was exceedingly bizarre. Because all of them had goat heads. Was it a goat masquerade, or did they really have goat heads? It probably couldn't be the latter, but in this bizarre world, I really didn't know which was true. Kinzo was amongst those goat nobles, greeting them. Kinzo's greetings were more respectful than would have been expected, as though these were all honored guests. At that time, Genji's voice rang out through the hall. It was a voice calling for silence. That voice stopped the idle chatter, and everyone turned to face Genji.
今宵復活を遂げましたる我らが黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ卿のご入場でございます。皆様拍手をもってどうかお迎えください。
Hooray! When Genji began to applaud, it quickly spread through the guests and it became a roaring ovation. Then the Golden Witch appeared from the top of the large staircase. As she gracefully waved her hand, followed by a piece of furniture she was fond of, she slowly descended the staircase. The goat nobles offered unanimous words of celebration in some long-forgotten language, and those who were deeply intimate embraced, filled with joy at their aid. As the witch offered greetings of reunion, the witch's furniture followed behind her the whole time. There was a chain around its neck. The other end was gripped in the witch's hand, like it was a trained dog. It wasn't there to restrain it. Those chains were a restraining device whose only purpose was to prove the furniture's dignity. He wasn't permitted to wear anything else on his body. One of the young women goats mixed in with the goat nobles. Quietly removed her goat mask as the furniture passed in front of her. She spoke with eyes that had no light in them. That face seemed to belong to a long-haired young girl.
おお、ベルンカステル卿。これはようこそおいでよ。わらわの家具を気に入られたか？いい趣味ね。
After saying only that, the witch called Burn Castle once again, put on her ghost goodness, and was swallowed up by the shadows of the other tall buildings.
負け惜しみを悔しがってるのよ。
違いないな。
The young woman ghost giggled, and the witch once again let out a high-pitched laugh.
今宵はわらわのためによく集まってくれた。久々に古今東西の旧友たちが集う魔女の宴を存分に楽しもうではないか。さあ、今宵を食い明かし、飲み明かし、すすり明かし、食いちぎり明かして、とことん楽しもうではないか。時計を見よ。終わりの時間と始まりの時間が溶け合う時を指すぞ。魔女の宴を始めよう。
When the witch announced the beginning of the banquet, the large clock pointed to 24 o'clock, and the sound of a bell began to ring out.
さあ、今こそ黄金の扉を開こうぞ。
Ah. All at once, the butterflies leaped in gold flew all around the inside of the room. Amidst the golden storm and the brilliant gold-colored light, the barrier between this world and another was cut open. Surrounded by the ghosts' delighted voices, the mansion of the human world and the mansion of those not human overlapped. The members of the household who praised the resurrection of the Golden Witch scattered gold butterflies, poured out the depths of the lips. It was a golden tornado, a rondo of golden demons. Tonight we will put aside ring, throw open the wine cellar, drop the snake's head into the liquor pot, throw cows and chickens into the furnace while I drink and eat and sing and dance, sneer and kill and desecrate and degrade.
今こそ私を黄金鏡へ黄金鏡へおお
goat nobles were suddenly crushing in around Kinzo, almost like they were kids demanding the signature of some famous movie star. There were only two differences. First, these were witches, not kids. And second, what these witches demanded was not a signature. The sea of goat nobles began to drown Kinzo. Only Kinzo's laughing voice echoed throughout the area. Weird. It was a grand mixture of laughter and his death throes. And Kinzo became wine and meat and bread. An aroma it slurped, a rich taste of gnawed and pleasant to tear to bits. The sound of his death throes lingered on sweetly, and if adorned with melted chocolate and golden argent, it would make a wonderful dessert. Took the bones home, you could also use them in a soup, and the remains could even become toys for the children to play with. They could also become splendid tools for fortune telling that always brought misfortune. Teacher warning. The entire scene was washed by the furniture. It was all fantastical. It was all demonic. It was the quaking of its supposedly paralyzed heart proof that it could still feel fear. At that time, its knees buckled and the furniture's body fell down in the middle of the carpet. After all, the witch had kicked those knees from behind.
ひざまずき敬意を示せ。額を絨毯にこすりつけて、己神の癒しさを示す。両手を後ろで組み、血肉のすべてをわらわに捧げることを誓え。
Furniture let out a painful voice. Fear is the most basic emotion humans have. Without emotion reviving the sense of self, it should already have been slain.
まだまだわらわの家具にはふさわしくないか。よい、じっくりそなたをわらわ好みに、そしてわらわにのみふさわしい家具に仕上げてやる。今のそなたにできるのはせいぜい客人の方々を楽しませることくらいか。
Goat nobles were surrounding the crouching furniture. It seemed their blazing blood-red eyes couldn't hide their ecstasy at this new young food they'd been given. And from the ugly teeth that stuck out of countless mouths, saliva, or maybe the traces of meat and wine that they had just eaten, dribbled down. Sounds bloody. That's the furniture let out a wild scream made it retreated, still sitting on its backside, but the circle of goat nobles was closing in. Then the furniture looked at the witch's face. It had surrendered to the witch, so believing that the witch would show some compassion, it stared at her face and there was nothing but scorn on the witch's face, and she wasn't even facing the furniture anymore. The witch went off to greet an honored guest with whom she had crossed gazes. The goat nobles looked down upon the furniture. Actually, they had been waiting. Just like how one must remove the cork in order to drink champagne, they had to wait for one thing before partaking of the offering served at this banquet. Of course, the furniture didn't know about this thing, but it came out of his mouth. Just like the unavoidable pop of a cork, and inevitably came out of his mouth. Scream. It was a sign that marked the beginning of the modest banquet at which he was to be served. Oh. That's not good. Oh no. By now, the garden was one of both roses of gold. The gold-colored garden where gold butterflies, gold fairies, and gold lizards rampaged and flew about wildly.
Maria, 早く走って早く早く早く早く
Rosa grasped her gun in the blanket wrapped around the ingot, and ran at a speed Maria couldn't match, sometimes pausing to call out at Maria to run faster. Though she saw it every time. She saw the golden pursuers chasing them from the mansion. The massive gold butterflies was chasing after them like a massive crawling ant. Strange looking shadows with goat heads were chasing after them. There was no need for her to strain her eyes, because those blazing pupils told her what would happen if she was captured. Maria fell down. For just an instant, Rosa was ashamed by thoughts of abandoning her daughter and running away, and at the instant her feet touched ground, she ran back. The goat head that had sprinted over to get the first bite grabbed hold of the back of Rosa's own child's hair and pulled. Rosa rammed into the goat head with her shoulder, spun, dashed the back of her elbow into the goat's jaw, and buried her knee into its protruding chest. And she thrust the barrel of the gun inside the goat head's mouth as it doubled over from the pain in its gut.
私の目の前でマリアに指一本触れてみろ。元来た地獄が生ぬるかったことを教えてやるよ。
The blast from the Winchester's 45 caliber long Colt bullet exploded inside the goat head's throat. Its medulla oblongata was instantly pulverized. The goat head hadn't understood. It had thought that women were like pre-opened wine bottles. It had thought that turning them upside down would immediately make their deep red contents come out. Maria, who had been released, hugged Rosa. But the pursuers were still coming. They could see the giant goat heads who had given up pretending to be human, running towards them from across the rose bushes. Rosa spilled out several extra bullets which had been in the pocket of her coat all over his place and told Maria to pick them up.
マリア、ママがもし倒れたら、あなたは走りなさい。海岸へ行くの。そして泳いで泳ぎなさい。この島のどこにも生き延びることのできる場所はない。やだ、ママと一緒。
Rosa's gun roared 4 times, but even though 4 shots really did hit the massive approaching ghosts in the chest, they didn't even flinch. The ghosts ran with a violent vigor, as though they planned to crush Rosa and Maria with those massive bodies.
弾を入れて、早く。
Oh! Rosa grasped the blanket with the ingot in both hands, and she herself sprinted, pulling it along, without even an ounce of fear of those strange-looking giants. If it's to protect my daughter, I'll overcome even now.
見せてやるよ。黄金の夢ってやつを。
Rosa roared. The goat heads roared. The terribly heavy ingot, after picking up a fearsome centrifugal force and speed, slammed into the head of the goat head. Rosa pulled a fountain pen from her pocket. She held it crooked. She placed it in her palm, in the gap between her middle finger and her ring finger so that it stuck out when she made a fist, almost like a stinger was growing out of it. That stinger sliced into the left eye of the goat head and fell over. As the goat head's roar screamed, but Rosa's roar was different. She pulled back her fist and slammed it into the fountain pen that was still sticking into the goat head's eye. The point tip was couched into the depths of its head. When Rosa grabbed the gun that Maria had thrown, the giant finally tumbled on the ground with a thunderous crash. However, at the same time, I saw the goat head pursuers on the other side of the rose bush. This increased in number. I've gained enough distance for now. I held onto the blanket wrapped around the ingot and the gun, and once again ran with Maria. Why am I running with a gun in my right hand and a gold in my left? Why don't I let go with one hand and grasp Maria's hand? I can't let go of the gun that protects my body. I can't let go of the gold that protects my future. But even so, I let go of the hand of my daughter, the one who's my future. The one who is my future. Run, run! She got out of the rose garden and began to run down a staircase through a grove of trees. Rosa knew. Its path through the grove turned and twisted many times, and only seemed to be so long. Only seemed to be long. She tore straight through it. She had played here often since her childhood years, so she knew. The beach, to the sea, to the sea, to the sea. And after reaching the sea, nothing to do but swim. And if Maria can't swim, I'll carry her as I swim. There's nothing but death on this island. As she raced down the stairs, she took a dive step. A violent pain ran up her left ankle, and her mind went completely blank. Rosa fell down several stairs, shocked by her ankle. It was bent at an odd angle. And the blanket with the ingot wasn't there, but she had let go of it the instant she fell, and it had disappeared somewhere into the darkness. Only the gun was left. Tremors in the earth were getting closer. It was only a matter of time before the goat head exploded again. She didn't want to imagine how many there would be, or how strange they would look. Lightly dancing gold pursuers arrived. Gold butterflies surrounded Rosa and Maria, waving and clamoring as though saying, "The prize is here! The prize is here!" Rosa couldn't even try to get up. The violent pain from the broken ankle was so great that she couldn't ignore it, even in her last moments. What am I doing? I had the gold, which would have been worth several million yen. I might have been able to start over with that. And yet I fell, lost it. Now my own life's in danger. Now my own life's in danger, and Maria's too. What has my life been? I was born into an incomprehensible family, with irritating older siblings since the day I was born. What did I do? No matter what I did or didn't do, I was always in trouble and bullied and made fun of. What has my life been? Yeah. The roar inside Rosa's heart shriveled away and disappeared. It disappeared when she heard Maria's crying voice, as she sobbed and clung to Rosa.
マリア、ママはちょっと用事を思い出したの。先に行っててちょうだい。やだ。ママと一緒がいい。ママが死んじゃう。やだ。マリアはこんな悪いママでもママと一緒がいいと言ってくれるの。ママと一緒がいい。ママと一緒がいい。あなたのことを一番にしているように見せて、いつもあなたのことを後回しにしてきた。運動会に行った、授業参観に行った。でもいつもママは世間体のことばかりで、こんなママとでもあなたは一緒にいたいというの。こんな悪いママなのに。ねえママ、知ってる？世界にママは一人しかいないんだよ。いいママも悪いママもいない。ただママが一人いるだけなの。だからマリアは世界でたった一人ママが、そしてママにとってたった一人のマリアになりたいの。機嫌が良くて甘やかしたいマリアと、邪魔だからいてほしくないマリアは別人じゃないの。マリアもたった一人のマリアなの。だから怖いママも優しいママも一緒。マリアにはたった一人のママなの。私はだってバカだったの。黄金なんかいらなかった。ただあなただけの手を引いていればよかった。私はなんてバカなママだったの。
Shadows of the ghost covered the sky even more thoroughly than the trees of the forest. Their roars blotted out the world with fear. Rosa still hugging Maria, ready to go.
マリア、一緒に行こう。ずっと一緒よ。ママが迷わないようにずっと一緒に。すぐに会えるよ。ずっと一緒だよ。黄金鏡で会えるよ。そしたら一緒に遊ぶの。狼と羊のパズルで遊ぶの。ママはまだ1問しか解いてないけど、マリアは全部解いちゃったんだよ。だからマリアが出題してあげる。
She had bought it as a birthday present, and then she hadn't played with it with Maria. Hadn't played it with Maria after that first time.
遊ぼうね。約束する。
Better keep that promise. Those eyes sparkling like red hot lava look just like a group of fireflies. The ants closed in.
マリアが込めてくれた銃弾を食らいたいやつから前へ出ろよ。
Seagulls cried. There goes Rosa. No survivors. New features. Golden Witch has prepared a gift. Duration of your stay. There, that's so too. I can go look at that now. Is that gonna be here again? Tea party? Is that gonna be the tea party? Yeah. So what about that one? What about this then? Maybe I'll do both of them next episode. Never mind. That's good enough. Bye.